So let's talk about the latest news with Drew. We just got this update after we did our review of the Real Housewives of Atlanta, and it is concerning. Okay, it is quite concerning. But I am not going to talk about this in the way that you may think that I'm going to talk about it. So, but if you know me, then you will know exactly what we're about to do here. Okay? All right. So let's dial on into the story. Shout out to the neighborhood talk. Shout out to House of Aaron. Hey Aaron. Let's get into the news. Drew Sidora homeless? Here is what is being said. Apparently, Drew is asking a judge to reconsider an order that requires her to move out of the marital home. We had talked about this earlier, how the ruling had came down that she had to be out of the house. Okay. So remember that, right? Because Ralph is in the basement, right? Now, she is sharing, or at least the court documents obtained by TMZ are sharing that Drew says that she does not have the financial resources or a new place to live, making it difficult for her to vacate the home by May 31st. Drew also told the court that she and her eldest child could be homeless if the order is not reconsidered. Drew claims that Ralph's income is 3 times hers and also alleges that he initially agreed to share joint physical custody but later changed his request to primary custody while in court. As previously reported, Ralph was recently awarded primary custody of their 2 children following allegations in court that the children were showing up late to school and had too many absences while in Drew's care. That same order, all right, was for Drew to vacate the marital home by May 31st, and the home, is currently occupied by both, with Ralph living in the basement and Drew living upstairs. Okay. So let's really dive into the specifics of this, okay? What are we in now? We're in April at this point. So March 31st would be, that's about a month and a half, I would say, away, right? I would say that that is time enough for her to find a new place to live. Um, I don't know if this is the right thing to do or not. I'm not saying that at all, but we would need to get on the good foot right now. And I am someone who is speaking as an advocate of Drew. Okay. Let me say that. Let me state that off the bat. I'm an advocate of Drew. I'm an advocate of her having obviously a place to live. I'm obviously an advocate of her having work as well and income flowing in. But let's break down a couple of other items in this story so we can really get into what I think that Drew should do next. All right. Now, in terms of not having the financial resources, I would have to wonder what she's being paid from the Real Housewives of Atlanta. I mean, just as a real question, so we could then make a determination about what it is that she can actually truly afford. And then also, we need to make a determination about what it is that she's making as an actress. Now, granted, would any of this really be any of our business if we weren't talking about this particular story? No, but it would help at least then be able to figure out, okay, what she could likely do next, right? Because let's face it, you're on a show that is really about showcasing, initially in the beginning stages, wealth in the highest form, or at least in the form of, housewives or women who were either already wealthy or successful in their own right, or married to someone who also was equally as successful or successful themselves, and the wives lived pretty generous lives, right? So that's kind of what we initially were following when we first started watching the show, or at least so we thought, right? So and now it's a little bit different, right? We're looking for more entertainment and who can provide us with the most entertainment, and not necessarily looking at their financial situation, which for Drew was, I would imagine, quite different when she started on this path as a housewife with Ralph. Now, having said all of that, um, in terms of her being homeless, I I mean, I'm assuming her mom maybe lives in Chicago. Is her sister in the area, or is there? In my opinion, or in my mind, there's got to be someone that she could stay with. Um, Listen, I don't know about the guest house at Candy's house, but it sounded to me like that might be open, right? Because Todd was gonna be moving out. I'm thinking of solutions, baby. I'm thinking of solutions. And now I wanna think about a solution for more income for Drew. Okay, so what do we do in this point in time now for income? The first thing that we need to do is I think that for Drew to really succeed and propel herself forward financially, but also and as a creator and as a creative, I think that Drew needs to open up the doors of authenticity in her life. And I think that she can find a really good space. Those of you guys who know that I do branding work and I help people, in this space, this is what I would recommend if I were her brand advisor at this point. We need to get really, really serious about brand deals. We need to get really, really serious about leveraging your online persona and really pulling the veil back on who you actually are. So the first thing that I would do is, I don't know if she has this already because I did not have a chance to sit down and look, is that we would establish a YouTube page for her because we know, and a Facebook business page, because we know, okay, I've been telling you guys this, and I am hosting a masterclass. The link is in the description. Shameless plug, but I don't care because this fits right into what I would tell her. Okay. Just like I tell y'all, I'm going to tell her what to do. Okay. Because I know she would come out of this definitely with a lot more than she's getting right now. And she deserves more. So let's get into it. This is the play for you, Drew. And I hope somebody passes this on to her. Listen, I don't work with her, but I this is what I would suggest. What I would do is I would make my first announcement on Instagram. And I would say, hey guys, recently I have been going through a lot in my life. And I want to pull back the curtain on everything that's really truly going on. And so you guys can really hear how I feel in my own words, and I would direct them to her Facebook page and to her YouTube page. Now, I would tell them once she reaches the 5,000 subscribers on Facebook, and once she reaches the 1,000 subscribers, I would probably say 5,000 for each, maybe. Go follow them. Go follow there. I would be posting about it all the time. This is what I'm going to be releasing. And I would have those people go and subscribe immediately to her YouTube channel. Then, as the clock winds down on that deadline for her to have those 5,000 subscribers on each platform, now you only need 1,000 on YouTube. I think you need about 5,000 on Facebook because I'm trying to get the girl monetized. Okay. The next thing that I would do is I would go on ahead and set up a Patreon. Okay, Drew, set up a Patreon. And this is where you're going to sit down for some exclusive interviews. I will go ahead and set that thing up now. Okay. Set it on up now. This is also where you're going to start producing your own projects. This is where people will see you behind the lens with Drew. That's what we would call it, behind the lens with Drew. Now, this is where you would walk people through your creative conceptualization of projects that you either are planning to pitch or collaborate with artists with people on, right? And maybe you can do table reads with aspiring creatives to help them, conceptualize their scripts and their pitches. I would also wager that because Drew, and this is to her detriment, but this is also a plus. Because Drew oftentimes feels like she is playing the role of Drew Sidora from the game. Okay, just hear me out. What she could do is really hone in on that and talk about how crazy it is, but the skill that it takes to have curated a character that is so recognizable that she can't actually escape it. And that is what really actors want to do. So I think that Drew should let people in on her process and in on her world. And on that YouTube channel and on that Facebook channel, I would only focus on short form things on Facebook. And girl, I mean, if we got to find some time, okay? It would be the first video that we do on our YouTube channel is going to be a live. You're going to sit down and you're going to talk live Kenya Moore style, okay? And you're going to tell the people what's going on, and you're going to start recapping those episodes of Real Housewives of Atlanta. You're going to use one platform to monetize another. Okay. Plenty of people have done it. Dr. Heavenly did it. Candy did it. Kenya has done it. Nene has done it. And now it's your turn. Go ahead and get that extra money. You could do a whole other $10,000 to $20,000 on YouTube alone, not to mention chopping up some of those videos and putting them on Facebook. Get your assistant to do it, get somebody from overseas or something like that. I don't know, to start chopping up those videos, uploading them to Facebook as short form reel content. Get you another 10, 8, at least $5,000 to $8,000 over there. Okay. Make your money over there. And then get your money from your Patreon where you're working with people who want to break into the industry. Girl, you have a whole enterprise all on your own. And then it's time for you to really start writing your own projects, right? Writing your own movies and pitching your own movies and films. And you need to be in the driver's seat. And you need to take people on that process. And if they want to get in on the behind the scenes of that process, they need to subscribe to your Patreon in order to do it. And people will, because they want to know how to get their movies made. And people will want to work with Drew. Okay? Drew, that's all you need to do. Girl, I just gave you literally $100,000 at least, at the very minimum. Honestly, that's probably about $200,000 or $300,000 extra per year. So you ain't never got to really worry about that man again. And guess what, y'all? She's getting paid at that point to exist because she's doing exactly what she loves. I'll be trying to give y'all the play, okay? These are the types of plays that I give people that come to the masterclass. These are the types of plays that Drew could be making easily. And you don't need Ralph or anybody else to accomplish any of those things. All of these things you could set up yourself. The problem be, I'm going to tell you what the problem be for a lot of people. A lot of people who work in the entertainment industry do not want to lift the veil. And what that veil is, the veil between the audience and the actor. And that's an old school way of thinking. To be honest with you, that is kind of played out. That's not the move anymore. That's not the way to go. Long gone is the day of the mysterious actor in the day and age where you need to be making money. Okay. So that would be my suggestion, my plan given to you for the free, okay? Because at the end of the day, you got to make it happen right now. And I want to see you win. I want to see you make it happen. I want to see you be able to do this and say I did it all on my own. And all of these things are easily done, and all you need is honestly a camera, a phone. Okay? All of this, potentially hundreds of thousands of dollars from your phone. Now check that. Okay. So if you can be disciplined enough to do all of this, Drew, you can find yourself out of this situation and you can double, triple your revenue by the end of this year. I believe it, and I believe in you, and I want to see you win. So let's go, girl. Let's get it. Oh, and for those of you guys who want to do the same thing or figure out what it is that you could be doing, how to monetize your lifestyle with content and your phone, hop down in that masterclass tomorrow from 7 to 9 p.m. and you'll get all the details on how you could do the same. And whatever questions you don't get answered at that point in time, I send out personalized videos helping people after the class is over. Who else gonna do that? Okay? I mean, actually anybody could. It ain't coming from me though. But yeah, no, that's what we really do. So let's get it popping. I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm talking about. I've been doing this for over a decade at this point. And so um let's move. Let's move. Bye y'all. I had a couple of inquiries for this. People who were looking to also leverage the travel industry to also, make money, make some money from home. If you want to do that too, you want to travel, if you want to get in on that, shoot me an email at bookings@djrichieskye.com. Having a meeting tonight at 7 p.m. to review how to do that. So don't miss out on that. So just shoot me an email. I know it's a couple of y'all because I got a couple of requests in my inbox right now. So letting you know right now, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tonight, that's going on. But then 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tomorrow night is the live masterclass for content. And that link is down below. Bye.